What's up, Sales Sharks Elites? I'm excited to spend a little bit of time with you today. In lieu of our weekly meeting, we're just going to do this call recording and review and walk through exactly what I was able to do recently for one of our clients. I was able to do a one call close almost. That guy needed funding, and then what happened is he actually got funded for the 51K as a second call. And the cool thing about this is that that call was less than 5 minutes. So in about less than an hour, so it's a 45-minute call typically for this client. In less than an hour, I was able to generate $5,000 in income personally. Now, if you were on this type of offer, you were using this methodology, you'd be able to do the same. But I wanted to just kind of walk you through exactly this method, exactly what we're doing, and then we'll do a quick recap at the end to share a few things. Now, I do have to remove the client's information as they asked me they didn't want their presentation to be out there. So when we get to the presentation portion, just follow the methodology that's been trained in the processes. But yeah, I would recommend pulling up the script and then just going through it and seeing how close I was to sticking to that and how natural it felt, and how you too can execute on a $50,000, $100,000 deal and make yourself 5K in under an hour. Let's go.
Walid, or how do I say your first name?
Walid.
Walid. Okay, great. Great to meet you. It looks like,
Nice to meet you too.
can you hear and see me okay? Or?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. So it looks like you booked on my calendar to look at possible ways to make some money and work with
Right.
Amazon. Is that right?
That's correct.
Cool. And I'm just curious, what was it that, caught your attention and kind of made you want to show up today?
I already sell on Amazon.
Okay.
I started I opened my store back in January. I didn't get started selling until like March 21st.
Okay.
And I sold everything that I bought at the time, but honestly, I've
Mm,
been having trouble with
mm,
listing like the products that I list getting tanked, and then I ended up selling the products with a loss, or
wow.
it's taken like a month and a half for me to sell the product, and then it's just been ups and downs with any business. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I'm
Yeah.
just starting, and I took a course, and
Okay.
the course kind of taught me the basics of the business. You know what I mean? But
Sure.
the suppliers that they put me on, like everyone in that community is using the same supplier. So
Sure.
if you find a profitable item, 17 others gonna have the same item, and then the price is
Mm,
gonna tank and that sort of stuff. And yeah,
mm.
that's my background of it. So then
Yeah. Go ahead.
and then I started looking for you know s- people who can like a mentor, or
Mm.
like a company who automates or help you through the process, that sort of stuff. So y'all ad popped up, and that's how I'm here
You
right
got
now.
here. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. So, I mean, that makes sense. At the start, we like to keep things simple. We want to learn about you, kind of what you're currently doing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the results you're getting and income,
Absolutely.
and then see if we're able to offer any help. And so, if it looks like we're a match, essentially what I'll do is I'll just walk you through our process and how we work and then how we can help. Think of it as like a mutual evaluation. We're obviously trying to figure out, can we even help you, right? And you're trying to figure out, can I trust them, right? And so that's kind of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Cool, man. So for context, like, how are you currently making money other than, Amazon now? Do you
So
have
I
a
have
full-time job? Yeah.
yeah, I do have a full-time job. I work every day from
Cool.
1 to 11
Wow.
11 p.m. So
You working 9-hour days? Is that what that is? Yeah. So
yeah, 9 to 10 hour days,
nine to
yes.
ten. Okay.
That's every day, but that's a family
Wow.
business.
Okay.
Uh
So you're passionate about it, right? Well,
exactly.
now.
Exactly. Yeah. And I also just recently also started doing Shopify. And I
Oh,
already
okay.
told you I do Amazon, but Amazon haven't been working. I didn't want to quit because you know what I mean. I
Mm,
paid too much
mm.
money to start Amazon, and I invested too much
Yeah.
money into it to just kind of just quit. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
How many how
Um,
many hours do you want to be working if you could? I mean, you're working a lot. I mean, is the plan
I
to
mean,
leave the family business or yeah?
my goal was to stop working by the end of the year.
Okay.
And just not working in general, like just working in that business. I don't want to
Yeah.
trade my hours for money anymore. I just want to,
Mm,
just want to be free. And that's why
mm.
I'm working a lot right now to kind of, you know what I mean? Uh,
To grind out of it.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And
And
trying.
I mean, So
figure out.
obviously it's a family business. I mean, and obviously that's always interesting dynamics, right? Trying to figure out how to transition
Right.
and help. But as far as like what you're doing, I mean, do you like what you're doing, or is it
Absolutely. I
just
mean, I've been
okay?
doing it since I grew up because it's for my dad, and he had the shop for almost 30 years.
Wow.
So I grew up going to the store. It's not like something new to me, or so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I like it. It's cool, but it's a lot of hours.
Okay.
And I'm young. I'm 25. I'm trying
25.
to
Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to enjoy my my 20s with.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, not in parties and doing anything stupid, but like traveling,
Yeah.
having that freedom, and when you're obligated to a job that you have to clock in every day, you can't
Yeah.
do this for often and do what you want to do.
Mm, that makes sense.
Um,
And what's like the main reason you're looking into automation at this point? Because you've gone through the try it yourself, the mentors, and just wasn't working. Is
uh,
that why? Or
I mean, I'm
things?
competing against big people. I can't do it by myself. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing of it. Yeah, it's a lot of people that
Mm,
do Amazon, and just doing it by yourself is gonna take a while. And I like to, do it a smarter way. Why, if somebody is professional at what he does, and he went through
mm.
every single process of the whole business, why not, trying to see if they can help you? Yeah, and honestly, um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And so, I mean, I guess tell me a little bit more, like about like what your income goals are. Let's say in the next 6 months to help you get out of the family business, stop working, those other things like that. Like, how much do you need to make per month in order to accomplish that with our help?
Uh, I mean, honestly, man, I'm trying to scale it as much as I can.
As much as possible.
Yes,
Gotcha.
exactly, and
Yeah.
leverage my credit. I have a good credit.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing is, it probably my credit probably went down a little bit just because I had a lot of inquiries with
Sure.
applying for
Sure.
a credit card, but it's not no major. Like, I don't have a late payment. I don't have nothing of that.
It's a big deal. You can get those inquiries removed pretty easily too if you
Yeah,
need to, but
remove
so
exactly. It just,
yeah,
I'm not doing anything wrong. That's the whole process of credit card is, applying for new cards.
you have to. They penalize you for trying to do the right thing, right? So
Exactly. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
Um, so yeah,
So you
my
said as much as possible. Like, is it 10K a month? What's a good expectation? I mean,
well, that's what they say is 10K a month is
okay,
a good start.
okay,
That's my goal, is to make 10K a month in profit with
okay.
Amazon.
Profit.
I
Okay.
don't know how much in sales I have to sell, because
Yeah,
I
about double, about double to triple, depending on your margin.
depending,
You
because
know,
I
so
know, like, the profit margins on products on Amazon, it can average between $3 to $7 to $10. It just depends on what you
yeah,
sell, and the
yeah.
product you find. So yeah, I'm hoping for 10K a month, and then just scaling my
Okay.
way. In, like, I'm a very patient guy. I don't want to. It's not a get rich fast scheme type of
Yeah,
thing.
it's not
I mean,
by any means.
I
Yeah.
also want to know what I'm doing, what I'm spending my money and stuff like.
Mm,
And
that's smart. Yeah.
yeah, and like I said, I do have a Shopify store. With the
Okay.
Shopify store, is it's kind of two different business models when it comes to Amazon. So I'm doing actually I'm doing better in Shopify than Amazon,
Yeah.
where and I invested more time in Amazon than I was Shopify, and I was surprised. You know what I mean? It just
Okay.
yeah. Um,
Well, let's imagine, let's say we come in and we work together. We're able to help you reach that 10K a month, right? I'm curious, like, what do you do with extra money? I mean, does it give you the freedom to do what you want, travel? I mean,
Well,
what do you
as you
do?
can see, I'm in one bedroom apartment with my parents. First, I
Yeah.
want to move out. Like I said, I live in Ohio,
Yeah.
definitely
Oh,
Ohio.
okay.
Yeah, so I definitely want to move out of Ohio. Uh, Man, get another car for now. Enjoy my 20s, like I said. That's not
Yeah.
first. Take care of myself. Invest in myself more. Try to.
Mm. What do
Uh,
you mean invest in yourself? Could you tell me like what you mean? Like what are you
Well,
looking to do there?
in a lot of areas, look for a different investments
Okay.
opportunities into real estate. That was the goal after I start,
Okay.
having cash flow from these type of businesses, to invest in a solid, in real estate, trying to rent stuff out and
Yeah. Get to
do that.
diversify and okay.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because you
Okay.
never know what's
Mm.
gonna happen. And I know that Amazon is not going anywhere. And
Yeah.
yeah,
We don't know the future, right? It's
yeah,
Bob says have it 7 ventures, diversify, right? So it's
exactly.
smart.
Like it's yeah, it's like I know the business model ain't going nowhere. I know people are gonna still shop at Amazon. And I like it because you know what I mean. The whole process of like selling name brand products is like you know what I mean. It's just like people always
Mm,
wants it. You know what I mean. I like the idea
mm.
of like you know people always gonna need to shop. You know, at Amazon. You know what I mean. It's not like
Yeah, you're right.
Shopify. They see this product, people will buy and people would not. That's why
Mm.
I wanted to you know continue with that. But back to what I would do with the money wise, like I said, invest in
Yeah,
myself, health wise, man, have more time. Like I said, I work 10 hours a day.
you
Um,
do. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, so you know, like health wise, you know what I mean? Health
Health,
wise,
wealth, and happiness, right? Like, those are things that,
exactly.
okay,
You know,
gotcha, man.
get married soon. Uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah, you
exciting.
know, I'm taking it step by step. I like to focus on what's going on right now and plan ahead. But definitely, if I
Okay,
have more extra cash flow by the end of the year, I was hoping to get into real estate if I start making more money
smart.
online.
Yeah,
And
that's smart. That's smart. I mean, what happens? Let me just ask you, like, what happens if you don't reach these goals? You don't make 10K a month at the end of the year. Like, your same situation next couple years. Like,
uh,
what happens? What's the case?
well, that's what God has written for me. I can't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I can't do anything about it as long as I'm trying and waking up every day and trying
Mm,
my best. This is the
mm,
best I could do. Uh,
amen.
you know
Mm,
what I mean? It's this is you know I walk with faith. I believe in God. I just
praise God.
don't think if the universe, if you wake up every day and you try your best, I don't think that you know the universe is very giving.
Yeah.
So if you're trying your best every day, it will definitely give you
Mm. All hard work produces a profit, right? So I mean, that's
100.
truth, right?
Yeah,
So you
100%.
and you're doing it. You're doing 10-hour days. I mean, guys don't do that, especially in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
20s, right?
yeah,
They
yeah,
don't grind like you're
100%.
grinding. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess like let me kind of change gears a little bit. Like if I could try to reach these goals, which I think we can, and you know, you obviously have to put in some capital to get there. You know, either credit or cash, or you know, whatever makes sense.
Hmm.
If we're able to do that, are you at your point in your life where you're ready to kind of make the changes needed, or
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't
okay,
be on the
cool.
call if
I
I
know
was.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I always like to ask because I'm trying to
yeah,
figure that out. You know, and
yeah, yeah. I
um,
know there's different individual, every different, you know, different thinking and stuff.
yeah. Yeah, and it sounds like I mean it sounds like you're the kind of guy who's an action taker, right? So and again, that's exciting for me because I think what we have actually may work for you. So at this point, like one thing I'd like to ask is like what would you need in a perfect support system to reach your financial goal, to get to where you want to go in the next couple months?
Uh, Definitely, like I said, so the biggest thing I was struggling with Amazon is
Yeah.
suppliers
Okay.
and funding. That's
Okay.
the two biggest thing because
Supply and funding. Okay.
yeah, suppliers and funding. That's the and you know like having a team who like you know look into
Mm,
products, like new products to look at. Like I said, I work a lot, so you know what I mean. If I do invest time in this business, I want like a roadmap on like where to go, where to look at, what to
exactly.
you know what to do. I'm just like kind of all over the place trying to look for products on you know Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco
Yeah.
type of things, and it takes a lot of hours. And you know, it's not like
Yeah.
going onto like a supplier website that's trusted. I can look through products, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, it sounds like what we're doing really is a good fit. What I'd like to do, if it makes sense, is just kind of walk you through the opportunity, right? Because it sounds like ultimately you're looking to reach 10K a month in the next several, 6 months or less, so that you can travel, can get married, can do the things you want to do, honor
Right,
God,
right,
do the next right
100%.
thing. Okay, cool. So, based on what you told me, like I said, what we're doing aligns with your goals. With your permission, what I can do is just go over a few things that we might be able to do to kind of help you reach that 10K a month, so
Mhm.
that you can start living the kind of life that you want to live. Does that sound reasonable?
Of course.
I mean, based on everything I share, like it sounds like yes, but like how do you feel? Like, do you feel like this could
Oh no,
be the answer? Or no?
I feel great, brother. And, you know, that's the way y'all run business, and I respect it.
Amen.
Yeah,
It's
100%. No.
yeah. Mhm.
No, hopefully that's a long time partnership. You know what I mean?
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm okay with numbers. Everything is
Okay.
fine. Now
Okay.
let's move to the funding part because when I talked on the phone, they
Yeah.
told me I have people that I can go through with the funding part.
Boom, baby. crushed it. Listen, this call was an amazing call. It was almost a one call close. Had he had the funding available, it wouldn't even had to work to the next steps. And for most of the clients that we work with, they do a lot of qualification prior. This client didn't actually do some of the qualification process, which is fine because we still sold the opportunity. He was able to fund within 2 days, so 48 hours. He got funded. The money went to him, and then he was able to essentially take that money and pay us. And so I made $5,100 in commission. Boom. It was great. Now, again, some of the things that you saw, I mean, this was a 45-minute call. I cut out the presentation portion, some of the objections and questions and additional things because we'll cover objection handling in a different video. But I wanted to make sure that you were able to see kind of the S.H.A.R.K.S methodology in action, right? Real-time experience, like how we do it, what we do, how we do it for our customers, and how do we explain those things. So long story short, that's a little bit of how it works. If you do have additional questions, feel free to book, at the link below or above. And, I'd love to have a conversation with you if you feel like you're going to the next step, but we do require you to at least go through the training so we can actually have an intelligible conversation when we get together. So hope you're having a great day. I look forward to connecting with you again.